Okay, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am going to show you guys, I'm just going to hop right into it. I'm going to show you guys how to make a beautiful, delicious, crusty artisan loaf of bread. This bread is so easy to make, you guys. You probably already have the ingredients in your pantry. So if you want to see how to make this super easy, crusty artisan loaf, then just keep watching. So you're going to do 2 1/4 teaspoon dry active yeast, okay? So we're just gonna pop that in our water. That's 1 teaspoon. Awesome. You're just going to mix that up, and we're also going to add about a teaspoon of sugar to give that yeast something to feed off of. And this should, if your yeast is active, it should bloom up pretty nicely. And when they say bloom, we just mean it'll like foam up, essentially, if that makes sense. Now I'm just gonna put in here a 1/2 teaspoon of sugar as well to mix with this guy. Give him nice food to eat. There. All right, so we've got our 2 cups of warm water with 2 1/4 teaspoon of yeast and a 1/2 teaspoon of sugar in this bowl. And so let me show you what this looks like. So this is what this looks like right now. We're gonna let this sit for 5 minutes before we mix it into our dough. So while that is blooming, we are going to mix 4 cups of whole wheat flour. You can use any flour you like. I just figured whole wheat would be healthier, but I kind of wish I had white flour, but I don't, so we're using this. So we're gonna do 4 cups of this. And now, I will say that bread making is pretty precise. However, I'm not a precise cook. So there's that. So we're just gonna do our best. 4 cups, lightly packed and leveled off, in theory. A tablespoon and a 1/2 of salt. Into the mix, I'm just using pink Himalayan salt. You can use whatever you have. This is just what I have. Okay, so you're just gonna mix through that flour and salt by hand. And then once you get it all mixed up, let's make a well right in the middle. I tried to do this the other day, or yesterday, in a smaller bowl, and the well did not really work very well. So do it this way, get a big bowl. Just save yourself time. Got our nice well. Set that to the side for just a second. Our yeast is nice and bloomed. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. See how it's foamy on the top and bubbly? That's what you want. I could probably let this sit for a little while longer, but I'm lazy, and impatient. So that's what it is. So we are just going to pour this bloomed yeast right into the middle of that well. Boom, shakalaka. Get some of that scrapey goodness. Oh, I love the smell of yeast. I know it's weird, but like I just love it. It just smells like handmade bread. Okay, you're gonna want to mix this by hand. A quick tip if you don't want your hands to stick to the dough, wet them before you do this. Okay, now that our dough is nice and shaggy, it doesn't look too appetizing right now, but trust me, it will. We're going to just cover it with a clean dish towel, and we're going to let this sit for 1.5 hours, 2 hours if you're feeling patient. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, it's been 1.5 hours. We're gonna check on our dough. And it has risen. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is just dig into it and kind of fold it towards the center of the bowl. You can also tell that it was a lot shaggier when we left it here, and so it's actually come together a good bit, so that's good. So this is the point in time where I realized that it would be way easier to just record this and then do a voiceover. So as you can see, I just turned out the dough onto my board there and shaped it up. I didn't really need it, I just shaped it up. And then you'll see I'm about to score it. So just take a knife and draw whatever pattern your little heart desires into your bread so that it will expand. And then while I'm doing all of this, my Dutch oven has been preheating in the oven at a 450 degree oven for about 30 minutes or so. 45 if you're feeling patient. So then I just drop my bread in there, stick it in the oven. It's gonna bake with the lid on at 450 for 45 minutes. And then when it comes out, it's gonna look like this. Aww. So it's not quite done, but it's looking amazing. So I'm actually gonna stick it back in the oven for another 15 minutes uncovered. And if you can hear my dishwasher, I apologize. And that's what it looks like when it comes out. It's beautiful and so delicious. So then you're just gonna wanna cover it with the tea towel for 10 minutes and you are ready to go. But if you're like me, you're impatient and you didn't wait 10 minutes. And look at that. And then you see me here telling Ryan how delicious it is, because it really was delicious. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you like these kind of things, come back and I will see you guys soon.